Chloe Van Landschoot, as always, welcome back to Pop Turnative. Good to see you.
Hi, good to see you too. Nice
I
to
feel like I have to, I think it's your fourth or fifth time. I gotta get like a mug. I gotta get you a mug or something, right?
I need a mug. Give me a mug.
I will give you a mug.
I have a different mug. I want a Pop Turnative mug.
You will get one. It will be great.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is exciting. I mean, season 4 of From episodes are finally rolling out.
Yeah.
What is that like for you now that you've done this for like 4 seasons? Like, what's that like when episodes finally like get released of From?
Yeah, it's great because then people stop messaging me in my DMs asking when the season's going to be released. So that stops, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, it's always an exciting, buzzy time when it comes out. There's so much energy in the air around the show. So yeah,
Absolutely. I feel like, like season 1 is obviously so interesting for everyone involved because it's literally equal playing field for everyone. Like, we've never seen these characters before.
Yeah.
You've never played this character. Now we go season 4. That is like season 2 and 3, it's like some things can be established, but you're still learning. Season
Yeah.
4, everyone's pretty much fledged, like it's fleshed out, right? Like, did that feel like that for season 4 with your character with Christi and everything?
I mean, I think, yeah, everyone felt really lived in terms of like who they were in the world and who they are to each other. And I think everyone just got so much deeper with their character as well, which is why when you watch these characters in these situations, it's quite moving because everyone's just so dropped into their emotional life of these people. Yeah, totally.
I mean, the fans, this is a show too, like every season ends with something insane. And it's one of those, we talked about this because we did an interview early on, like season 1. And like every time you come back on the show, we were talking about how insane the
Yeah.
episode, like everything concluded, right?
Yeah.
We obviously, the season has just started to roll out now. So we obviously can't talk about what happens at the end of season 4. But can you talk about getting those scripts in regards to the shock factor and the cliffhanger component? Because we've never talked about that specifically, but how do you prepare for something like that? Knowing that everyone's going to have a lot of questions, knowing that there's going to be a mixed kind of reaction of what happened and comprehending it. What's that like for you specifically?
You mean as like actors, we're gonna have a
Yeah,
lot
from an actor, from a storytelling acting perspective.
well, basically they give us the scripts like a few days before we start shooting, so there's just no time for questions. You just kind of have to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
We're pretty used to that at this point, so you just go.
I kind of wanted to also ask you as well, having that kind of ensemble cast experience, over the seasons, what's that like in regards to having kind of, a lot of scenes where it's everyone together in the town, but having those kind of moments with, Harold and with, Kenny, does the, with Rick, who plays Kenny, does the mindset kind of change a little bit or preparation, whether you have a scene 1-to-1 versus a group dynamic?
I mean, I think it's just dependent on what the scene's about. Like each scene requires something different, but oh my God, when we're all there, it's chaos. There's 18 chairs and cast holding and everybody is yammering and it's so loud. It feels like Thanksgiving dinner. When your uncles and your cousins and the people you haven't seen in a while are all coming together. That's what it feels like when we're all on set at the same day. Because it's actually not that often. Especially with my character, she's there, she's around, but she's not usually part of the big lore. She's the aftermath when someone gets monstered or something happens. So I love the days where everyone is around because I actually don't get a lot of them.
Absolutely. Remember when I thought that Christi was chill and being able to keep calm and controlled, and
I was like,
she is
whoa.
not? Yeah. I feel
No.
like this is a character. It's an emotional roller coaster for Christi because I really do think that there are some moments where she does know what's going. She does. I feel like there are moments where she's kind of depended on to be kind of the voice of reason at times.
She's the only one in the town that hasn't been directly affected by the mythology of the place. Everybody else, every single character has had something happen to them in their storyline, and she's kind of the only straight character of the show, but she's wavering big time. And I think a big arc for her this season is questioning her her faith in Boyd, because if he loses, like that speech that she does to Boyd is also a speech to herself. Like, if you lose faith, like I'm fucked, because like everyone else is losing their goddamn mind, and you are the only person who I can riff with, be real with. Like, we have that type of dynamic where there's so much respect. So it's like, don't fucking go there. I can't have you go there, because then I'm afraid what's going to happen to me.
That was one of the best notifications I've ever gotten to from like a message. Christi is not chill. It took me a while to think around.
She's not chill. She's chill when she like, yeah, I mean, she's got layers to her, I think.
Well, you know, this is not a big spoiler like at all, right? But like now she's getting very upset and frustrated. Now I feel like the frustration is building up a little bit.
I mean, to be expected when you are responsible for all the livelihood of the town in terms of their medical issues. Your fiance went through withdrawal, arrived at the town, went to hell and back. Everyone is losing their mind except for you, but now you're starting to slip away. So I think it's like, of course, like how much can one handle before it all starts to seep out of them, which I like for her. I'm like, it's about time you lose it.
A lot of people.
But she always snaps back. Like, she always swallows it. She's never sitting in frustration.
Well, she is chill at times.
I don't know if chill's the word. I would say like contained. There's a lot happening interiorly, but
so I have a yes or no question, and this will kind of, determine whether I like ask the part B. So there's a part A and part B. How do you read the fan theories about concepts and what's going on in the show?
No.
Okay.
No.
So I guess, because what I was going to ask was like, down the middle, a lot of people talk about the horror movie, like the horror component of it, and then people really talk about like the science fiction, supernatural component of it. And I read like theories of like both sides, and I'm wondering, like, my question was, I guess, like, you can answer it another way, just in general, but it's like, I'm wondering if like it makes you think differently if you think about like if you read something that's like sci-fi focused rather than kind of horror creature focused. You know what I mean? Because
I think that's why I don't read them, because I don't want to be heavily influenced in terms of the directions I take with my character and whatnot. I kind of we have no idea what's going on in the show as actors and as characters, and as frustrating as that is, I think there's a method to that, because then you just start to get attached to an outcome, and you lose that type of like presence and spontaneity, and the fact that things can change as well. So if I were to read a fan theory and start leaning into that as an actor, like I think that's problematic. But so they're sometimes fun to read, but they don't necessarily influence my choices.
Absolutely. You've done other projects, great projects in the horror kind of thriller world, Heirlooms and Son of Sarah. Were those projects done after From?
They were. I did both of. I did Son of Sarah and Heirlooms back to back, like a week apart from each other, and they were right before we started shooting season 3.
Okay, gotcha. So I guess. Did that kind of excite you, or like working on From that has a lot of kind of horror thriller components, like kind of coming to play with those projects at all?
What I loved about Heirlooms, and especially Son of Sarah, they were so different. Like, those characters were so different than what I was playing. Yeah. Like Son of Sarah, there's so much body horror, there's so much physicality. Like, this woman is like being transformed into something else. It's like giving Possessor kind of vibes. So for me as an actor, that was so exciting, because I love to play those types of characters. And yeah, then kind of shooting that for a bit and then going right back to From, I was like still in that place, but Christi's so dialed and contained and constantly thinking about what the right thing is to do. So it was actually a bit of a trip to try to get myself back into the body of Christi after like being catatonic in these horror films for a few weeks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you also find it interesting, like every film that you're on, even a short, right, is going to have those kind of 0 to 100 moments, right, where there's going to be twists and turns or certain kind of things that are, gory or jump scary that really go 0 to 100. And I feel like From over the seasons has done that incredible, like so many times, right? Like specifically with like the Man in the Yellow, right? There's so many kind of like OMG moments, right? Do you feel like, you're ready for kind of anything basically, like in that genre in terms of kind of 0 to 100 or like twists and turns, working on something like From that kind of like never ceases to like end those up? Like there's always something crazy that happens every season.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. And I would love to play a character where that like type of relentlessness is just constantly happening to them as well. That's so exciting to me. Those types of roles, it's like being an athlete. Like it's just like it's like stamina. And I have, as an actor, I have so much going on all the time. So playing Christi is actually quite tiring because like a lot of it I have to hold in. But with these other types of horror characters where so much is required outward, like it feels like a release. And I love playing those types of characters that are transforming into something or having a lot happen to them. And yeah, to me, it's fun.
Absolutely. Last question, and we want to be very careful here because we want to get this interview out by the time maybe episode 2 of season 4 is out. But is there anything? I'm just setting myself up to fail here. It's going to be such a like spoilery thing. No, is there anything you could say, like that's tonality wise, like vibe wise, that is different for season 4 compared to other seasons? That without spoiling anything.
Yeah, I think the introduction with Thea really changes the tone.
Wild. Like one of the most wild. I couldn't stop thinking about that whole twist. That was insane.
She's so good.
So good.
She's so great. What an excellent actress.
It's always lovely too when like a show does something like that where you don't expect at all, right? Like I knew she was announced to be in the show and I had no idea. Yeah. Like I wasn't even thinking about the possibility that she was the Man in the Yellow.
No, I know. And I thought like she did an incredible job with that character. And I think audiences are going to be like, quite transfixed with that storyline. And it just this season just cuts deeper in terms of getting personal.
Absolutely. Episodes rolling out on MGM Plus in the US of season 4 of From, and in Canada they are on Paramount Plus, so they can check that out as well. Your film Son of Sarah eventually is going to be available for people to see, and I want them to see it, which is exciting because you're so good in that film. It's so exciting to see you in the horror movie genre. You know what I mean? It's amazing. As always, thank you so much for your time. It was so great chatting with you.
You too, Petey.
And there's something cool that people are going to have to look out for end of May too, right? Involving Popternative.
Oh my God. We're going to have to be
Absolutely. Your Instagram account is just your name if people want to keep up to date with everything, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
Well, it's been Popternative. YouTube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. You can catch Chloe Van Landschoot as Christi in season 4 of From on MGM Plus and Paramount Plus Canada. Until next time, this is Chloe and Petey Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.